chance, I swear, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, the EJ love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come more. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it down. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect it bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. One of them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.
Kiwe wesu garani orianja nine oria nine nke pụrịta kwasa mmadụ dị ndụ n'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa ka anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ simile nke ndị agha ka igwe mere anyị ebere ka akwa nke anyị na-ebekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị ka iwe eme ka Biafra wee guzosi ike ka anyị wee n'ikpeta mazụ nye ha sọgotụtara nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi maruo n'ebighị ebi ise mma mma dịrị gị Chineke.
I want you people to understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. Be executing those plans according to the template till the last one, and Biafra
let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this very evening section. We have come again as we promised you that we are going to be back in the evening to continue on the program that we did in the morning. I welcome everyone that have joined us wherever you are joining from. If you are watching us from any platform at all, either TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, I welcome you and I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. Please like and share the program to your platform. Like and share to family and friends. Do not watch this program alone. This is not the time to come alone and watch. Don't be economical with the program. At this point in time, with all the things that are happening, in any program you come in that has to do with Biafra, issues, genuine matters of Biafra, you don't need to watch it alone. You don't need to watch it alone. What you need to do is to share it to as many people as you can. I know that the challenges we are having, they attack our platforms, they block us, they don't make you to see the views, they don't allow you to get the informations. That is why you have to support us. As they are blocking us, you are sharing the program, they can't stop us. The algorithm will always pick it up. But if you don't share the program, you don't like the program, it will be difficult for us to send this message across. You know, we have laid down many strategies we can use to continue to engage in this global campaign. The global campaign for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, global campaign for the freedom of Biafra. We must not look back on that. So that is why we have come back this evening to continue to speak on that matter that concerns us. Remember, in this very platform where you are watching this program, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come to our platform to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here to come and engage in saga. No, we are not part of that. We are focused on the freedom of the Biafran people. We are focused on the freedom of more than 80 million people that have been held captive. We are focused on the freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, the Prime Minister. We are focused on debunking the lies against us. We are focused on exposing the atrocities of Nigeria, the war they are waging against us. We are focused on speaking about the intimidation, the lies they are telling against the Liberation Army. All those lies they are pushing against the Liberation Army, we are here to expose them and let you know that every single thing you are hearing, most of those informations are lies from the pit of hell. And we must not allow those lies to continue to fly. We must not allow those lies to continue to strive. If you keep silent and you don't do anything, at a point in time, people will begin to believe lie to be truth. That is the danger of silence. The danger of keeping silence is that when you keep silent for a very long time, people will take the information they've got as truth. And this is what we have done in the past. The Igbos have kept silent for a very long time. So many lies were told against the Igbos. So many propaganda were pushed against Igbos. And the children that are born, who this lies was left for, they believe it to be truth. And today, some of them has not had anything to do with the Biafran people, but they believe that yes, this things really happen. Except we continue to come online the way we are coming, continue to speak. You continue to share the program the way you are sharing. That is the only way we can be able to stop these lies. They have told so many lies against us in all angles, in all corners. Which one are you going to mention? Which one are you going to leave? But I bet you we must continue to do what we have to do. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, today is the 1st of October. And we are chosen this day, 1st of October, to discuss on the topic which says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mega protest, the day Nigerian lie got exposed. The day Nigerian lie got exposed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mega protest, the day Nigerian lie got exposed. If there is something you don't learn this way, you have to learn the fact that when we say that Nigeria is a lie, when we say there is nothing like unity in Nigeria, when we say that unity doesn't exist in Nigeria and there is nothing like Nigeria, it is not a propaganda, it is a fact. It is a truth. And today, being the mega rally of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it also shows that what we have been saying all this while is nothing but the truth. You can imagine a mega rally where the so-called one Nigerians we are called to come and join in solidarity to request the unconditional release of an innocent man, to come and join their voice and ask their government to obey their own laws. Nobody came out. They didn't turn out. Many people chickened their way. In the case of the Biafran people, I can understand the Biafrans have the sentiment, which is understandable because of the way things are being run in Nigeria. The Biafrans have been calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a very long time. I mean the ordinary Biafrans, sincerely. If not for anything, we have been engaging in sit at home for almost 5 years now. We have been sitting at home every Monday, denying ourselves, our businesses, denying ourselves so many things. And for only one day that a call was made for a man, an innocent man who is suffering in the DSS. We were waiting to see the response. And as usual, Nigeria has proven that it is a lie. Nigeria itself has proven that that name called Nigeria is a lie. You know, when you come and you talk about it, people will think you are exaggerating. But every minute of the day, when things happen, you see that lie play out. Whenever something happens, all you need to do is to pay attention. Once you pay attention and look at the things that are happening, it will be very, very easy for you to know that this is a lie. It will be very easy for you to know that this thing they call one Nigeria is nothing but a big lie. Today is the 1st of October. Why Nigeria celebrate the so-called independence, we the Biafrans, and millions of freedom seekers across the world, everyone is joining their voice. Everyone rise for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu release. Everyone is rising for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. A call was made. Voices were called. Even though we know that in the contraption called Nigeria, any attempt to make a protest is always met with violence. Whenever a protest is called, they will end up changing it to become violence. It doesn't matter where you call the protest. More especially when a protest is made in the big cities, in Abuja, in Lagos. They are going to pay their stooge and they will come and turn it violent. And that is why many people are very skeptics. People are skeptic in joining anything that has to do with protest. And what we saw today on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also have proven us right that Nigeria is not meant to be, has never been united, will never be united. And we are not calling for that. This mega protest that was called today proves beyond every doubt that the Igbos are not part of Nigerian failed project. The Igbo people are not part of Nigerian failed project. When you see the way they responded to the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will know that the Igbos are not in any way part of Nigerian project. Every time we make any request, they turn it to something else. The people who have built their own tent in that zoological republic called Nigeria, they make it clear to us at every point in time that we are not part of them. But I don't know why some of us continue to force ourselves into that zone. So many of us, we continue to force ourselves, even when they tell us with their mouth, by their actions, by their behaviors, by their policies, they tell us we are not part of them. But some of us wouldn't listen. We will not listen. I don't know what you want to hear. Before you will know that Nigeria is not for you. You can imagine our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This was the same thing that happened at the time of our eternal the of Ogoju. When they said Ojukwu came back to Nigeria to join the politics, and he could not be able to win his local government election. The atrocity of these people, the scripts they have already written down, the policies they put down already against the Igbos, there is no way you can escape it. The only way you can escape it is Biafra. Only Biafra will make you to escape this captivity. And that is why those of us who have seen this and seen it clear, we are bent on holding onto that Biafra. It doesn't matter how they talk about it. It doesn't matter the propaganda. It does not matter the blackmail. They can continue to push all manner of lies against us. We don't care. My fellow Biafrans, today protest that was called is very, very significant. A call was made, not even by a Biafran, by somebody who is a one Nigerian, a neutral person, and he said he is calling everybody to join in solidarity. How many people came out? When we say that this destructive diversity in Nigeria is irreparable, you don't know it, you don't believe it. When we say that Nigeria is not one, has never been one, and can never ever speak in one voice, some of you don't understand it. More especially when it has to do with the Biafran people. We and these people are not the same. They hate us so much. They don't want us around them. Why are you forcing yourself to be part of them? Why? Why is it that some of us in their dreams think that they can do anything to be accepted in Nigeria? Why do you always have to prove something? Why do you always have to go to the extra mile to prove yourself to be acceptable in a place that's supposed to be your home? This October 1st, today, is a day of hypocrisy of Nigeria. A day of hypocrisy of that name called Nigeria. When you hear them call of Nigerian unity, when you call them here one Nigeria, today is the day of the exposition of the hypocrisy of Nigeria. This 1st October exposed the hypocrisy. And for us who are Biafrans, today is a day of awakening for us. Today is a day of awakening for you, for me. With everything that is happening, if you can't wake up, I don't know when you wake up. You know, in that flashback message of Mazi Nnamdi that I played, he said that the Biafran struggle have reached the highest level ever. Where we are now in the Biafran restoration, it is at the peak. It is at the peak. That is why they are touching every single button they need to press. They have pressed it. They have activated the global silence, the global conspiracy. They have activated it. You can imagine in a place where a country that is part of European Union criminalize self-determination. What else do you want to see for you to know that they have activated every single thing they have to activate against us as Biafrans? Now you begin to understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafra is the last miracle on the planet Earth. And I believe that that miracle is going to happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafra is going to come in such a way that no human being will take glory. Forget about all these things we are doing. We are doing our own part as a human. Keep talking, keep speaking, keep giving your voice, keep creating awareness. But I bet you, how Biafra will come, it will come in such a way that no human being will take the glory. When you look at the position of the struggle today, you cannot agree less that we have gotten to the highest level. They have done every single thing they can do. They took away Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, kidnapped him broad daylight, disobeyed on international law, and they continue to disobey it. They were able to convince Finland to criminalize self-determination and take away a citizen of Finland that has not committed any crime, that has served them on different important positions. And you still think it's a joke. If you think it's a joke, think again, because you yourself, you're going to become a joke. Any Biafran that thinks it is just fun, that owning your camera to talk is fun, that is why you on your camera. All you will come and do is to push propaganda and blackmail. All you can do is to attack your brother, your sister, call your brother name, call your sister name. All you will do is to always look for the video of your brother to analyze and misrepresent him or her. If that is what you do, sorry, in a very short while, you are going to regret every single action you are doing today. This very protest today, as many as shared it, as many as participated, no matter the turnout, the protest send a global message. It sends a global message. You don't know the effect of what you are doing. When you share this video, you don't know the effect of that sharing. When you write free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you don't know the effect. When you share his picture of freedom, you don't know the effect. As I always say, it takes one man to turn this around. You don't need the whole world. Only one man will take a decision that can affect 80 million people. Only one man. And we are praying for that one man to hear our voice. That one man cannot hear us in silence. He will hear us as we continue to speak, as we continue to lament, as we continue to shout and cry in every platform where we are. A time will come when they can no longer be silenced. Today being 1st of October is a great opportunity for us to make noise. And we did. It is a day we send a global message to the suffering, to the persecution, to the hatred against the Igbo nation. We cannot be silenced. And we are calling on the international community to stop being silenced. You have to come out from your silence. Silence makes you complicit. Silence makes you complicit to the crime. The undeniable proof that Igbos have been and will never be part of Nigerian agenda is today. Today, we show the world that we will never ever be part of the Zoological Republic. We have never been, and we will never be. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you better wake up. You better wake up. Some of you feel that because you are dining and whining with the ginger weed, that Nigeria will not happen to you. Think again. You think that because you are dining and whining with the ginger weed, that Nigeria will not happen to you. Your own case is going to be worse. Your own case is going to be worse. I bet you. It's a question of time. Many people who think that they got it all. When the time comes, many of them are regretting today. Some of them are not even alive to tell the story. Some of them are not alive to tell the story. As we are talking about Biafra, some will be seeing us as noisemakers. Some will see us as jobless people. Look at these guys who doesn't have anything to do. Some are calling us different kinds of names. Some are making fun of us. Even our own fellow Biafrans, they look at us as irresponsible. But at the end of the day, one Nigeria is going to happen to every one of them. As we speak, one Nigeria is already happening to so many who have refused to listen. Nigeria will not protect you. Nigeria will not save you. There are some of us, Biafrans, who found themselves in Nigeria. And because you find yourself in Nigeria, you think you are safe. When we are talking about the issue of Biafra, you don't lay your own tongue, you don't add your own voice. When you ask you to stay away from the zoo and their evil, you don't take it serious. When we talk, you only take us as noisemakers. Why would you listen to these people, these jobless people? We just got a news when we saw that one of our sister, who is working with Arise Television, lost her life. A Biafran lady working with Arise Television, she lost her life in Abuja. You know, some of them, they think Abuja is safe. When you are talking, they don't care. Some of them feel that because you are in Abuja, you feel everything is okay for you. Because you are in Abuja, you feel you have escaped. You have not escaped anything. In fact, you have just entered into the lion den. But when we say this thing, some people don't pay attention. Some of them, because they are living in Lagos. Because they are living in Lagos, when they talk about insecurity, and we talk about supporting Biafran cause, you know, some are living abroad. They feel that hand will not meet you wherever you are, as long as you are a Biafran. You didn't make yourself a Biafran. Hand will meet you. Hand will definitely meet you. One of our sisters just lost her life in that Abuja. And how did she lose her life? She lost her life because of the negligence of the criminal entity called Nigeria. I am going to bring it from Sahara Reporters, and we're going to see how Sahara Reporters reported that event. When we are talking about getting out of the zoo, it is something that must be done. It is something that must be done. It is something that must be, there is nothing you can do about it. It is something that must be done. If you don't do it and save your life, I bet you when the time comes, you will not stand what you are going to face. The only alternative that remains for us today is to get out of the Zoological Republic. The only thing that is before us is to get out. If we don't get out of the zoo, Nigeria must happen to you, whoever you think you are. No matter who you think you are, you think you are free. You think you are free, you have escaped. You haven't escaped anything. You have not escaped anything. One Nigeria will find you wherever you are. The only time we can escape is when we succeed in restoring our own nation, Biafra nation. Only when we succeed in restoring Biafra, only then and then is when you can come out and you begin to speak proudly like a Biafran that you are. That is the only time you can say you are now secured. That is the only time you can now confidently come out and say you are safe. You can now relax. But as long as we continue to be under this Zoological Republic, one Nigeria can happen to anybody. You are not exempted. You are not exempted. that you are still parading, moving around today, and you think you have escaped it. You have not escaped it. I want you to see the picture of this, our beautiful sister, working with Arise TV. So many Nigerian news. Who is watching Arise TV? You will know her. She just lost her life yesterday. We just lost her. A very bright lady. Look at, we just lost her in Abuja. We just lost her in Abuja. A very wonderful lady. An Igbo girl. We lost her in Abuja. What happened? You can imagine somebody who is living in Abuja, in an apartment where she was living, that they called the police could not come, and she tried to save herself. In the process of trying to escape, she died. I'm going to read, let us read from the report we saw there. Let us read from this report. Her name is Mother Agu. Mother Agu. That's her name. I saw the Mother Agu, Somtochukwu Mother Agu. Mother Agu died after armed robbers stormed the 6-flat apartment complex where Somtochukwu, popularly called Somi, lived. You know her in Arise TV, a presenter. You see her? Lost her life because of one Nigerian. Because of one Nigerian. And this is the, he said, the International Press Center IPC has called for an immediate investigation and justice following the death of Miss Somtochukwu Christelle Madago, a news anchor and producer with Arise News Channel, who died after an armed attack in her Abuja residence on September 29th. September 29th, 2025. This happened just yesterday. Just yesterday, or day before yesterday. The attack, and this attack, you know, they will not tell you that it's terrorists. They can call it armed robber. You see the way they describe this. They say armed attack. The armed men attacked her house. They say armed attack in her Abuja residence. Armed attack in that. They will not tell you that these people are terrorists. And you know that this terrorist attack has been going on in Abuja. Terrorist attack has been going on in Abuja, but they don't report it. Include this girl is a broadcaster. You see, when we are talking about all this thing, they think that it is only about us. You think it's about us. Oh, if you speak, you are speaking for us. If you give your voice, the attack of the terrorists is happening in Abuja, but they will never report it. Look at how they report it. They say armed attack in her Abuja residence on September 29th. Just the day before yesterday, September 29th, 2025. Center made the demand in a statement issued by communication officer Ola Tuyi. And you see, he said Sahara reporters reported on Tuesday news detailed that a march on Madawa's death showed the 29 years old broadcaster died as a result of negligence. She died as a result of negligence by the officers of the Nigerian police force. Did you hear that? She died as a result of negligence by the officers of Nigerian police force. When I tell you that one Nigeria will happen to you anywhere you are, whether Abuja, whether Lagos, whether in the village, whether in the town, one Nigeria will happen to you. Everything that is in Nigeria is a death trap. Everything in Nigeria is a death trap. There is no place that is safe. No place that is safe. Every single thing in Nigeria is a death trap. And the earlier you begin to understand that, the better for you. When we are calling people to add their voice, Some of them think, oh, you're calling them for gain. Some of them think you're calling them for this. No, it is for yourself. Mother Agu died after armed robbers stormed her 6-flat apartment complex, where some Tochukwu, popularly called Somi, lived. While initial reports suggested that Mother Agu was directly attacked by the armed robbers. You see, this is the problem. She's a newscaster. The same way they are putting their news. They first of all told lie. That she was attacked by armed robbers. That is what they told us. In the first news that came out, they said that she was attacked by armed robbers. And these people they call armed robbers, go and verify. After investigation, you find that these are terrorists. These are terrorists. In Abuja, we are talking about Abuja. Abuja, capital city. That is where armed robbers go with arm. Imagine, they call it, these are terrorists, not armed robbers. But they reported it. While initial reports suggest that Madwawu was directly attacked by the armed robbers. Her family friend, Kana Ayo Machuku, who knew Madawu's mother, revealed a different detail. Nigeria will always lie. She's a newscaster, and her fellow news broadcasters will bring lie. According to Machuku, armed robbers stormed the 6-flat apartment complex when Sobtochukwu, popularly called Sami, lived, where she lived, moving from one apartment to the other, dispossessing residents of their belongings. In Abuja, this thing was happening in Abuja. Armed robbers. These people they call armed robbers are not, these are terrorists. But when they report, they write armed robbers. They write armed robbers. But if you go deep to you find that this thing, I'm going to play a video where you will see people talking about how armed robber, how terrorists are robbing them, how Fulani terrorists are robbing them in Abuja. I will play the video so you can see it. Then you begin to understand what I'm saying when I'm trying to tell you that what happened to this girl is terrorist attack. And that was why she was so frightened that she made the mistake, she made the move that she made that lost her life. You see? They say, some Tochukwu, popularly called Sami, lived moving from one apartment. The armed group were moving from one apartment to another, dispossessing residents of their belongings. They were moving from one apartment to the other. Police were called. Police were called. They did not come. Police didn't show face. I mean, in Abuja, this is Abuja. You can imagine when police could not respond in Abuja, is it in your village that will respond? If police could not respond in Abuja Federal Capital Territory, is it in your own village? This is a new caster in Sahara, in Arise City. Some Tochukwu that lost her life. An Igbo girl. Although the police was reportedly alerted, they called police. The police were reportedly alerted. They failed to show up on time. As always, they failed to show. You see the one that happened in the north. They will call the army. Army no go come. They will go and report to them, say, terrorists want to attack. Oh, they will not. They say, okay, we are coming. They will not come. The complicit of the way Nigeria has been taken over by terrorists, Fulani terrorist bandits, cannot be underestimated. Look at how innocent girl lost her life 2 days ago in Abuja. Terrified by the commotion from adjoining flights, Madawo attempted to escape before the robbers reached her apartment. The girl was trying to escape. And I tell you that these are not, if these were ordinary robbers, she will not escape. She will not try to risk her life to jump. If these were ordinary armed robbers, she will not take this risk. But she is a newscaster. She works in Arise TV. She knows the information. She knows the operation of the terrorists in Abuja. She knows how they are kidnapping and the way they treat people. And she, being an Igbo girl, knows that when they catch her, an Igbo girl, a Christian, her own case is going to be different. She jumped out of her window, sustaining severe injury from the fall. Machuku revealed that when police eventually arrived, minutes later, Madwago, that lady, was still alive. When police arrived, she was still alive. Nwachukwu described the tragedy as avoidable. Of course, it's avoidable. Number one, if police has come on time in Abuja, she is not going to jump away. She's not going to jump from her window because they didn't start from her flat. They were going flat by flat, flat by flat. If it will be they have a rapid response, they will be there. Life will be safe. She's not going to jump. Because number one is that these people are terrorists. It's not just ordinary armed robbers. No. It's police terrorists that came. And she, working in the media, she knows what the result is going to be. And the lady tried to jump. And Nwachukwu described the tragedy as avoidable, calling it failure of Nigerian system. That is what Nwachukwu said. Failure of Nigeria has failed and we continue to fail. I don't know why people are thinking that it's going to be good. He described it failure of Nigerian system. When we say Nigeria is a failed state, some of them will get angry. Even these people who are writing this thing, they will get angry. Those of them who are working in that very Arise TV, they will begin to defend. You see, you can imagine Arise TV trying to attack people who are presenting issues about the killing of the Christians in the north. Arise TV, Ruben Big Head Abati, in that Arise TV, attacking people who are speaking up the truth. Look at one of their colleagues, an Igbo lady, has lost her life in the hand of the same terrorist. He called it the Nigerian failed system. It was also gathered that Maduagu was rushed to Matama District Hospital. She was alive, they rushed her to Matama District Hospital while she was alive, where she later died. She was denied immediate medical treatment because hospital staff demanded identification before attending to her. You can imagine. Now you can imagine a broadcaster in Arise TV sustained such an injury, an emergency, taken to a hospital in Metama, in Abuja Federal Capital Territory, and they were trying to identify her before they would treat her. They delayed her treatment. They didn't treat her. They were waiting to identify her first. This doesn't happen in Western world. In Western world, when you bring somebody in an emergency, that life must be saved first. You have to save that life. Give the necessary treatment to save that life. Then later on, you can begin to get your identity you want to. And how difficult is it for them to identify this lady, Nwachukwu? Of course, when they hear Nwachukwu and they hear Igbo name, they don't care about you. When they know it's an Igbo girl, when they know they have seen people that brought her, it's an Igbo girl. What's her name? Nwachukwu. They say, which Nwachukwu? Immediately they hear Chukwu, the whole discussion have ended. They will allow you to die. Once they hear that Nwachukwu, there is nothing they can do. They won't help you. Even those of us living abroad, go to their embassy. If you have a problem, go to Nigerian embassy and your name is Chukwu. You have English, Igbo name in your name. Nobody's going to attend to you. They will not pay attention. Your own case, if they pay attention to you, if it is something, you pay double. After so much delay, you pay double. You can imagine how this innocent girl lost her life. She was alive until they took her to hospital and hospital refused to treat her. That they want to identify her before ever they will treat her. Somebody who is working in Arise TV. She's not a novice. She's not somebody who is hidden or all that. It's not. In its statement, IPC Executive Director Lanre Aregulade expressed grief and demanded justice. Akoko. Is she the first person? We are deeply saddened. We are deeply saddened by the death of journalists Somto Chukwu, Christelle Maduagu, and we demand a thorough, independent investigation. This is not the time this is not the first time of us hearing this grammar now. As well as prompt prosecution of the perpetrators, Aregusela said. This is the highest thing you can hear. You will never hear about this issue again. Even in their studio, you won't hear it again. He also warned of broader implications of inaction, saying failure to conclude the investigation and bring those responsible to justice creates a dangerous environment for citizens and media professionals alike, while fostering a culture of impunity that threatens press freedom and democratic accountability. This one, my grandma, you dey speak now, she has gone, and many more are going to die. Madawa's death comes barely a month after IPC condemned the death of Peter Ojo, an Ibadan-based journalist killed in August 2025. The IPC said that its 2024 report revealed that at least 45 attacks on journalists and 3 on media outlets were recorded, many of which remains unresolved. Not every case in Nigeria remains unresolved. Nigeria never resolved any case. According to the center, between 1992 and 2024, a minimum of 22 journalists in Nigeria have died under suspicious circumstances without conclusive investigation. It happens. That is the order of the day. The organization urges Nigerian police force and the FCT command to urgently conduct transparent probe and public release its finding. For where? Where you go release here? Publicly release its finding. They will never. You won't hear anything. Even when Kudrat Abiola died, did you hear anything up to today? Let alone an ordinary broadcaster. It also called on the Nigerian government to reform Nigerian emergency response and healthcare system, which it said failed Madawu in her moment of need. That is it. But when we speak about it on our platform, those of them in the media, they will not pay attention. One Nigeria will happen to you. It's just a question of time. It is just a question of time. It will get, whether you live in Abuja, whether you live in Lagos, whether you live in Pluto, whether you live in a planet, or even outside country, it will happen to you. Except we have our nation, Biafra, have our embassies where they can defend us. Even if you are living abroad, you are not exempted. You are not free. Even if you are living abroad, you are not exempted. One Nigeria can happen to you, even while you are still living abroad. Hospital authorities, IPC, insists must provide public explanation regarding the delay in treatment of Somtochukwu and take steps to ensure such tragic lapses never reoccur. The organization further urged media bodies, professional groups, civil society organizations, media practitioners to demand accountability and justice. Mbo, you will always demand. Nobody's going to respond to you. You don't have a law. You are living in a failed state that is lawless and you don't understand it. It also urges media bodies to call on Nigerian government to investigate all unresolved cases of violence against journalists in line with Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution, Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and the African Charter on Human Rights and People's Rights. Mbo, is it not the one that your country, your Nigerian government left? You were there when they kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What did you say? What did you say? You said nothing. It doesn't matter. After all, he's an Igbo man. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. It doesn't matter to you because, after all, he's an Igbo man. So why would you talk about it? Why would it bother you? As long as he's an Igbo man, it will not bother you. That is the report. Report came from Sahara Reporters. Everything you see here is about death. Look at another one. This one is mystery surround death of Ekiti radio presenter Kababa hours after show, as many allege police Odemolugu former cover up. This one, police is covering up. Another one, another journalist killed. Police cover up is suspected on this one. This is the country. This is the country you are part of. That is what we say. We can. Every news about them is bad news. Bad news. That is nothing. Nothing. No good news that's coming. You can never see anything good from them. It's either you hear about fraud, or you hear about stealing, or you hear about one evil or the other. Every single news you see from this Zoological Republic is always coming for bad. You cannot hear anything. It's always propaganda, blackmail. This one is another one. Delta-based journalist Fajiri Oliver remains in custody detention for 2 weeks on order of governor. Governor just ordered the detention of this one. Governor just gave order to detain this one, and they detain him. Nigeria will happen to you. It's just a question of time. Nigeria will happen to you. If you never end this your domot, you go reach. Just wait. Except you leave the zoo, it will definitely get to you. FCT police commissioner claimed Arise TV reporter Som Tochukwu was rushed to hospital, but doctor couldn't resuscitate her. You see, this is they make a summary and they push out that they rush her to hospital and doctor. Is it not the one who read the story than an eyewitness story? We have gotten the eyewitness report. I just read the eyewitness report now. The eyewitness report said that they came there, she was alive. They took her to hospital, they delayed. They were delaying, trying to identify her before ever she gave up the ghost. Number one was the police even did not respond when they called them about it. And when I was telling you that these people, when you see these criminals, when I was telling you that these people, that what is happening in Abuja, I am going to get that video. Let me get a video of the attack of this very terrorist in Abuja, for you to know that these people that are calling armed robbers are not armed robbers. These are terrorists. These are Fulani bandit terrorists, but they will not call it Fulani bandit because they don't want them to look. They don't want them to get offended. Shegumi have warned them to stop using Fulani. Shegumi have warned them, don't mention Fulani in anything. Oh, don't mention Fulani, and they never mention them. They don't mention them. When they commit their atrocities, they never mention them. I am going to bring a video of the attack of these idiots in Abuja. Terrorists. Terrorists. But they will come here, they will tell you that it is armed robbers. They will call them armed robbers. This one, they couldn't even call them bandits, they call them armed robbers. Just to play it low. Let me look for that video. Just be patient, let me look for that video. I will show you a video of what is happening in Abuja. In Abuja that you know. Some of you think that when you go to Abuja, you are safe. You think that when you escape, you go to Abuja. Yes, you haven't seen nothing yet. You have not seen nothing yet. Whether you run to Abuja or you go to your village, any place you are, they are going to get at you. You can't escape. You cannot escape. The only thing that can make you escape is to get out of the zoological republic. Until we get out of the zoo, when we get out, then and only then, you can now be sure that you are safe. I'm trying to see if I can find that video of the terrorists in Abuja. Where terrorists attacked in Abuja. I'm trying to find that video. Terrorist attack in Abuja. I have a video where they went on where somebody, an eyewitness was testifying. An eyewitness was testifying of the terrorist operation in Abuja, federal capital. The way they are attacking people, taking innocent lives, and nobody can do anything. Nobody will come to your rescue. Exactly this story that I get told. That is what happened in Abuja. And some people will never pay attention. They will always continue to pretend it's not happening. These things are happening every blessed day. And the worst of all is they don't call it what it is. They try to change the name. They call it something different so that it will be acceptable to the people. That is the most dangerous. That is the most dangerous. They don't call it terrorists. They don't want to make it. They dare not mention it. When you call them terrorists, they say, no, don't call them terrorists. Shegumi have warned them many times. And they have accepted the warning from Shegumi. And today, none of them can come out openly and call it what it is. I'm still trying to get that video of the revelation of what the terrorists are doing in Abuja. I just hope and wish I can find that very video. So, my beloved brothers and sisters, don't you ever think that you are safe in anything Nigeria. That is why we are trying to get out of Nigeria by all means necessary, no matter what it will cost, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. We need to get out of that terrorist country called Nigeria. We need to get out of it. We need to get out of it, no matter how difficult it is. I'm just trying to see this video. I just wish I can find it. Just I don't know where I saved that very video. I'm just trying to see if I can find. Yeah, just try and be patient a little bit. Have patience with me. Let me see if I can be able to get that video. It's very important because it's very important when you don't see all these things. Because when we say it and you don't bring it out, they will go ahead and begin to deny it. That thing they called whatever they call it, is not terror. That thing is not criminals. It is terrorist attack. Terrorist attack. It is happening in Abuja every day, every blessed day. It is happening in Abuja. And they're hiding it. They don't want to talk about it. When you report it, they will come and they call it a different thing. Whenever it happens, they will look for another name that is pleasing to the masses. They will use a name to deceive the masses. And the masses will be buying into those lies. But why we are here is to expose those lies. When we see them, we bust them and we say it the way it is. We cannot continue to be silent and allow those lies to continue to strive. The more they push these lies and we keep silent, the more they will continue to tell the lies. The more they will continue to deceive the people. Many lives have been lost, and we don't want that to continue. We do not want that loss of life to continue. If there is any way we can be able to change the narrative through our program, we will continue to do it and call the attention of the world. Call the attention of the world to what is happening. We cannot continue to pretend that all is well. The northern part of Nigeria has been taken over by the terrorists. It's a pity I cannot be able to see that video. It's really, really disturbing that I can't be able to see that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this and see. This one is one of those terrorist suppliers of weapons.
Hello and welcome.
Another one from their own news. When we talk about the failed state, Nigeria has failed and failed completely. There is no mequatarism. There is no mequatarism to Nigerian failure. Nigeria has failed. Nigeria has failed. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. The zoo has failed. It's either you accept it and think twice and also try to support the struggle, whether you are a Biafra or not, to save your life. Because nobody's going to save you. It is you that will save yourself. It is you that will save yourself. If you don't save yourself, nobody is going to save you. I bet you nobody's going to save you. Nigeria is gone. Failed state forever. Failed and failed forever. Let's hear this report from one of their criminal stations.
Hello and welcome. This is TVC News at 10. We'll begin in Zamfara State, where a shocking revelation was made earlier today by a 30-year-old notorious gun runner, Shehu Ali Kachala. In his confession, Mr. Kachala said a military personnel gives him cover to deliver arms to criminals in their hideout. The suspect says he has sold 450 rifles as well as 8,000 live ammunition to different criminal gangs in Zamfara, Kaduna, and Niger states. The Nigerian citizen who has been in Nigeria supporting bandits with weapons says he has been importing weapons from Niger Republic for the past 3 years. Theophilus Darafai reports.
The influx of weapons into Nigeria has contributed to the spread of insecurity in almost all parts of the country. Many still wonder how criminals have access to deadly weapons to perpetrate evil, but this 30-year-old Nigerian citizen says he imports weapons from Niger Republic through the assistance of a military personnel who gives him cover at security checkpoints. According to him, he has sold 450 rifles, 8,000 live ammunition, and other deadly weapons to criminal groups in Zamfara and other states of the Northwest region. He made the confessional statement when he was arrested by troops of the Federal Intelligence Investigation Bureau in Gusau, the Zamfara state capital. He used to import the guns from Niger Republic. There is a military personnel who usually give me cover, especially at the checkpoints. I sold 450 rifles and 8,000 live ammunition to different criminal gangs in Zamfara, Kaduna, and Niger states. According to him, he developed interest in the business because of the high profit and turnover. He says he gains nothing less than 300,000 naira on each rifle sold, but the profit usually depends on the type of rifle. I sell rifles between 600,000 to 1 million naira, depending on the make. I also sell ammunition at 1,100 naira each. The police say efforts are underway to arrest other fleeing suspects. They are short of their commitment to curb the influx of weapons into the country. TVC News, Gusau.
You see, this is the failed state we are talking about. A complete failed state. And this is you are seeing is drama. Because they know that online we complain a lot, we complain and we expose them. When they complain and complain, they will go and bring one drama and show you and say they have done this, they have captured it, they have done nothing. And they will never do anything. Nigeria have done nothing and they will never do anything. That is why every Biafran, wherever you are, you must know that the only option for us is to get out of the Zoological Republic. We are not part of this project and we would never ever be part of it. You are not part of the project Nigeria. I don't know why any Biafran should think that somehow that Nigeria is going to turn around and begin to work for you. Nigeria will never work for you. It will never be for your favor. Today, October 1st, Nigerians celebrate chain. That is what they celebrate. Now, Nigeria celebrates chains. Biafra demands freedom. These people that call themselves one Nigerian is what they are celebrating today, 1st of October, is chain in their hand. They have accepted their slavery. Some of them have accepted their fate as slave. And they have no option. They accepted their fate as slave. They have no option. That is why today, so many of you can imagine a country where they cannot even have a confidence to make parade anymore. They don't have the confidence. They don't have the confidence. Today, we demand for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. This voice of the Biafran people rose today. It doesn't matter how many people came out. It doesn't matter what. That very voice, even if it is only my voice, it is a voice. If it's only your voice, it is a voice. Don't look your left and right whether your friend is joining you or not. Speak your own. Do your own. Do your own thing. It will go a long way. Igbos are not part of Nigerian failed projects, and we will never be. We will never, ever be. We have never been. We are not, and we will never, ever be. Biafra is our future. And Biafra is the future that every one of us want. No force can stop destiny. Go and run with it. Have it in the back of your mind. No force can stop destiny. Freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we ask. Freedom for Biafran people. That is what we ask. And that is what we must get. That is what we must get. We will never back down. We reject and reject the zoological republic called Nigeria. We are not Nigerians. We reject the forced marriage of blood and pain. We want freedom. We want justice. We want Biafra. That is all we ask for. Nothing else. Nothing else. My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, many of you who have joined us on this evening program, don't worry. Remain consistent. Continue to share the program. Even if it's only you, share and get to want somebody else and the person will hear. Continue to preach. Don't bother. Don't bother. The journey is tough. No matter what, don't give up. As Nigeria shout independence today, remember this. You cannot imprison a people's destiny. Nigeria can never imprison our destiny. They cannot. They cannot silence a nation like Biafra. They cannot silence a nation like Biafra. They cannot stop us. Never. Today, a protest was called for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that protest is not the end. Whether people turn out or they don't turn out, that is not the end. It is just the beginning of a louder revolution that is coming. This protest today, whether they come out or whether they don't come out or whether they did it or whether they didn't do it, it is not the end. It is just the beginning of a louder revolution that is on the way coming. Until our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. Until Biafra is free, we will not stop. We will not retreat and we will not surrender. Never, ever. It's not going to happen. Nigerian call today Independent Day. But we call it Resistant Day. Today is our own Resistant Day. And we continue to see it as Resistant Day. We resist the atrocities. We resist the chain in our hand. We resist the force. We resist the lies. We resist the fraud called Nigeria. Biafra is rising. Our time has come. And nobody is going to take it away from us. Nobody will take it away from us, no matter how they try. We will not allow anybody to take our freedom from us. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this program. I thank you, Biafrans, for being part of this evening section. You know, our evening section is always 1 hour, and we have been able to close it up. Please continue to like and share. Continue to ask for the freedom of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for the freedom of our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Don't ever forget that. Make it a point of duty that every day, you are going to type hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hashtag free Mazi Simon Ekpa, hashtag free Biafra. Make it a point of duty in your social media handle. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing I know, most of you, the first thing you do is just to go to your phone. Just make sure you send that hashtag out. Send that hashtag out. Our voice will not be silenced. We need to increase our voice the more. May Chukwu Okike continue to strengthen us. May Chukwu Okike continue to protect, more especially people in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike continue to direct us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect our leaders, secure them, give them life, give them strength, give them good health. And I say, no weapon formed or fashioned against our leaders shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again in the morning program. Make sure you don't miss our morning program tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to talk about the poisoning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS. Tomorrow program is going to be on the poisoning of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS. A revelation have come of how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was poisoned in the DSS. And they continue to falsify everything that has to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they hide it. They want to take the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we are having a program and revelation on that tomorrow. Please, don't miss the program. Invite people. Let elder people know. Those who are not here, invite them and let them know. Tomorrow program is going to be a bombshell. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for being here. See you tomorrow morning and stay blessed. Bye-bye, everybody.
I don't enter one chance, I swear, oh, now go with the go so. Yes, men, they kill us every day, for them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jello. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive. We have up where this government they cause my time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come. It is very close and they feel more. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collect it bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses. But now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice.